welcome back to our channel. I, Shofiana Latjuba, as a buyer, and my partner,
my name is Meliana Safitri, as a seller.
In this video, we will show you about first, making order, second, making complaint, third, leading a meeting, and the last, master of ceremonial. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe our channel. Enjoy! I'm looking for a new laptop for myself.
We call at the right time. We are currently holding a sale on some laptops. May I know for what purpose do you need the laptop?
Just the usual stuff. My laptop suddenly broke and I need a new laptop to do my college assignment. So maybe just any laptop that will run smoothly for writing.
For simple tasks, I recommend you this laptop from this Toshiba brand. It fits perfectly for your basic needs. It's also compact and very cheap too, as it is on sale.
How much is it?
Originally it is 7 million thousand, but now this is on sale for just 6,550,000.
That sounds like a good bargain. But does it comes with official warranty?
Actually, there is a 1-year official warranty included, and if you have any small problem with it, you can just bring it here. In fact, we can also set it up for you right here, right now.
Will there be additional cost for that?
There will be, but it will only cost 100. So compared to if you book an original yourself, it is still much cheaper.
You've managed to convince me. I'll take that one along with setup, please.
Good choice. I will set it up for you now. It will take a few minutes.
Alright.
We also provide delivery service in which you want deliver the new laptop to your house. Would you like to have the delivery as well?
Is there any additional charge for that?
Yes, it is. It's 50,000.
Well, I'll have it.
Alright, we will send it accordance with the address that we have provided.
Okay, I will transfer the money now.
Thank you so much. We will deliver the laptop as soon as it's done.
Okay, please contact me if the laptop is ready to be shipped to my home.
Okay, have a good day.
가진 게 꿈밖에 없었네. 난 뜨면 뿌연 아침밤 밤새 춤을 추며 노래해. 끝끝이 없던 악보들. 우린 호기롭게 shout 던져봐 세상과 첫 sound. Don't wanna die but so much pain, too much crime. 속 무뎌지는 칼날. We were only 7, but we have you all. 내 고백 결과 본 뒤에 이렇게만 짧은 손끝에 Yeah, we got to heaven. 내게 눈을 감자 우린 답이 없어 anymore. 부정적인 시선에 맞서 우린 해냈고 나쁜 기억도 많은 시련도 다 호기롭게 우리 막아냈지 bulletproof
내 생각제 아직 꿈속인 건 아닐까 길었던 겨울 끝에 온 게 진짜 봄일까 모두 비웃던 한참 부끄럽던 여름 이건 새로 된 조명 bulletproof
We were only 7 But we have fear 이급의 결과 봄뒤에 이렇게 맞잡은 손끝에 Yeah, we get to heaven 내게 돌아가죠 우리 값이 없어 anymore We are together bulletproof Yeah, we have you 누가 우리 와도 누가 남을 곁도 걸어가 We are forever bulletproof Yeah, we get to heaven 다시 멈추지 않을래 여기 우리가 함께이기에
Tell me your every story Tell me why you don't stop this
Tell me why you still walking with us
Yeah, we get to heaven
내게 돌아오죠 우리 값이 없어 anymore We are together bulletproof Yeah, we have you 누가 우리 와도 누가 남을 곁도 걸어가 We are forever bulletproof Yeah, we get to we are not seven with you
Hello, this is Shofiana Latjuba.
Miss, can I help you?
I want to make a complaint.
I know your complaint is.
Sorry to bother. I have received the order from the store. However, it is not as I ordered.
Can you tell me about the items you ordered?
I have ordered a laptop Toshiba brand Satellite C55C5270 Black with a price of 6,550,000. But what I received was a laptop with the Lenovo brand.
Okay, I will check it out first. There seems to be an error between ordering and shipping division.
Okay, I wait.
A few moments later.
Please, can you repeat your full name and address?
On behalf of Shofiana Latjuba, Bukora City, Block A number 7.
Okay, please wait about 5 minutes.
Okay, I wait.
5 minutes later.
Again, apologize. Apparently, the delivery location sent the wrong package with queue number 00X6.
How's this? I really needed to make a college assignment. My laptop is damaged. Therefore, I ordered a laptop in your store.
Can you check the stock of the good in advance?
Okay, I hope I get it right away. I know this is not your negligence, but I beg your responsibility.
is Meliana Safitri.
Now we will give you a presentation about our product. In this presentation, we will tell you about background, details, benefit, and how to use this product. This product can help you to relieve back pain and muscle ache. So, the name of our product is GPU Yahoo. First, we will tell you about background. See, a majority Indonesian society who likes to be massaged. So, this reason GPU can help muscle pain, stiffness, and recommend for massage oil. Many activities of people who cause muscle pain, joint pain, and stiffness, so it hampers their work. Second, we will tell you about details. This product feels so smooth, warm, and comforting. GPU is made from the mixture of some selected natural essential oils. There are two types of GPU, cream and liquid. And GPU have three variants: ginger, lemongrass, and nutmeg. For price, all liquid GPU variants have the same price of 15,000.
GPU oil have three variants: ginger, nutmeg, and lemongrass. And each variant have many benefits. So I will explain the benefit about all variants. The first variant is ginger. Ginger can accelerate blood circulation, eliminate cold, resist muscle pain and joint pain, and as a carminative that is to relieve abdominal bloating. The second variant is nutmeg. Nutmeg can relieve tiredness, stiffness, symptoms of gout, and joint pain. The aroma of nutmeg can also help reset strain and relaxation to stretch the nerves of tension. The last variant is lemongrass. Lemongrass can relieve stiffness, joint pain, waist pain, and rheumatic pain, and can prevent mosquito bites. By some people, lemongrass oil is also used as thermotherapy. I will explain how to use the product. Warning: the product for external use only. First, open the product and rub, massage, or knead on the affected area repeatedly until pain is relaxed. You can get the product in the market, Alfamart, and each store.
Okay, this is our presentation. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Digosok-gosok pakai GPU, dipijit-pijit pakai GPU, diurut-urut pakai GPU, GPU Yahoo. Dari gosok pijat sampai urut, GPU Yahoo.
GPU memang Yahoo.
Dari gosok pijat dan urut. Digosok-gosok pakai GPU, dipijit-pijit pakai GPU, diurut-urut pakai GPU, GPU Yahoo. Dari gosok pijat sampai urut, GPU Yahoo.
GPU memang Yahoo.
Dari gosok pijat dan urut.
thank God Almighty because over the blessing and grace we can gather at the very event we look forward to it, namely the anti-drugs community gathering. We want to introduce to ourselves. My name is Meliana Safitri and my partner name is
Shofiana Latjuba.
Previously, I say welcome to Mr. Arifin Putra along with proof of the National Narcotic Agency. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start this event, let us pray in accordance with rules respectively. My God, make this rewarding event for all of us, and the event will run smoothly and conducive. Praise start. Finish. Ladies and gentlemen, before we enter the core of the show, I will read out the agenda we are this morning. Our agenda today is as follows: the opening, greeting from Chairman, theory about drugs, which will be led Mr. Arifin Putra, question and answer session, testimonial from former drug addicts, and close.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will immediately invite the chairman to give his speech. Thanks to chairman over his remarks. Let us towards the core event, the anti-drug community gathering. The theory to be submitted about drugs will be led by Mr. Arifin Putra as speaker. He is a character who is very persistent in the fight against drugs in the country. Let us greet Mr. Arifin Putra.
Somewhere deep inside, you know what kind of person you were designed to be. If you want to produce great acorns, think like an oak, not like an acorn. Think like the person you intend to become. Like the Christian question, what would Jesus do? Ask yourself, how would the person I'd like to be do the things I'm about to do? The acorn has three parts. It's got a stem, a cap, and a seed. And the stem represents its connection to the past. All the acorns, all the oaks that have ever existed in its line before are encoded in that transfer through that stem, the legacy into this acorn. The cap holds onto the seed until the seed's ready to grow on its own. So the cap represents your coaches, your mentors, your role models, your guides, your parents, your friends, your teachers. And when you're ready to grow on your own, the seed of that acorn holds not only your potential, but the potential of every future generation of acorns that will spring from that line. So let me ask a question. What kind of seed is in you? See, I believe part of our responsibility in life is to find out who we are, to discover ourselves. First off, we need to respect our nature. We need to realize we are part of a continuing chain that carries a legacy and a responsibility. And if that's the case, then we need to recognize that we were not biological coincidences. I believe there's a creator, and I believe you were intentionally created for a myriad of purposes. There are many things we can do with our lives, and I think it's our job to find out what those things are and to do them as well as we possibly can so that we're passing along the right imprint for the next generation. And that's just simply my life philosophy. That's the way I look at it. So first, we need to respect our nature. Second, we need to know our nature. Take Aristotle's advice, know thyself. But know things about yourself that most people don't discover. For example, know how you're smart, not just how smart you are in comparison to others. In what ways are you smart? Know what you care about. What are the values that motivate your choices? Know what your personal velocity is, the intensity and drive with which you naturally operate. Know the background imprint, positive, neutral, or negative, that you carry with you and what effect it's had on you. Know your behavioral style, how you come across to other people. Know the patterns in your choices so that you're continually learning more and more about what it's like to be you so you can do an even better job of it. And then we need to apply our nature. We need to nurture our nature by expressing ourselves in the world. See, I never expected to be anything but ordinary. I was raised to be nice and ordinary. I expected I would grow up to be, my dad worked for the phone company. I figured I'd go to work for the phone company, maybe work in an office. I figured I'd live, I'd work till 65. I'd have 1.34 kids. I'd retire at 65, and then I'd die at the statistical average age for my gene pool. That's what I expected. Until one day in 1972, on the radio in the next room to mine, I heard a voice that changed everything. I was working for the Little Rock Housing Authority, Little Rock, Arkansas, Urban Renewal Agency. I was a government clerk making $525 a month. I weighed 200 pounds. This is 148. I smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I had never set a goal in my life. I didn't have a college degree and no money in the bank. I was newly married with a new baby at home, and I didn't expect much from life. And in the next room, I heard the voice of Earl Nightingale, known at the time as the Dean of Personal Motivation. He was on 900 radio stations around the world, and what he said that day will forever resonate with me. He said, if you will spend 1 extra hour each day studying your chosen field, you'll be a national expert in that field in 5 years or less. That hit me like a tornado. It rearranged everything in my life. I started doing the math. An hour extra a day, so let's say 5 days a week, 50 weeks a year, that's 1,250 hours over 5 years. If I spent, just ordinary me, 1,250 hours studying one subject, wow, yeah, I could actually be a national expert. What do I want to be an expert at? Well, it's not urban renewal. And then it occurred to me a few weeks later, I want to do what the guy on the radio is doing. But I had no idea what that was. I just knew it felt right to get into the field of human development. I thought, well, let's see, an hour a day. I'm a government clerk. I've got 8 hours a day. I could do this by Thursday. And then I started thinking about what he had said, and I took him seriously, an hour a day. I focused, well, I thought I was kind of behind the game, so I needed 2 hours and 3 and 4 and 5. So I overcompensated, and I became fanatical about the field of human development. And in that 5-year period, I went from being a government clerk with very little aspiration to being a full-time speaker and trainer. In 2 years, that was 1972. In 1974, I started buying Earl Nightingale's training materials and selling them to businesses. By 1984, his company was selling my training materials worldwide. They sold $3.5 million worth of one of my first audio albums in the first 2 years it was out. I was blown away. His formula works, and I've seen it work for hundreds and even thousands of people in the many, many years since that time that I've been sharing that message. Think about that. If you were to focus you here, TED audience, if you were to focus a half an hour a day, extra, just beyond the TED Talk that you always watch, right, every day, okay, beyond that, if you were to focus half an hour of study on one field of endeavor for 5 consecutive years, you'd not only transform you'd transform the world around you. And we collectively would transform the world as we know it today. You and I were born with the gift to make this a better place. Even if we didn't improve, we could make the world better right now. We could encourage people, compliment people. We could solve problems. We could pick up trash. We could fix things. We could bring new ideas. But as you grow, you become a bigger source for the rest of life to express itself through you. You were put here for a reason. It's contained in that acorn. So nurture your nature. Figure out, first off, I am valuable. Accept that. I want to know who I am, and I want to know how I operate and how can I understand me better. And then I want to nurture that nature. I want to apply myself in the world and put myself to work in such ways that the rest of the world says, well, that's cool. If he or she can do it, I could probably do it. I wonder how they did it. And then we start spreading that, and the ripple goes worldwide. So ask yourself every day, how would the person I'd like to be do the things I'm about to do? Thank you.
So what can be delivered by Mr. Arifin Putra? Thank you for your time. The next event is a discussion or questioning will be guided by Mr. Bambang as a moderator. To Mr. Bambang, please welcome. Next up is a happy attendee testimonial from the drug addict about their experience of being in the dark circles and drugs. They are people who survived the drugs and now devote himself as a member of BNN. To Mr. Please welcome. Thank you, I say to Mr. Top testimonials tell a father that may be useful for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, finally we come to the end of the event, i.e. the closing. I and my partner as the presenter are apologize if there are mistakes in bringing this event, and let us close this event with prayer. May the events which we have to solve is beneficial for all of us. Pray start. Finish. Stay away drugs because drugs damage generation nation. Thank you for your attention. Final words, we say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.